Hi, good day to you and welcome to my channel where I tutor you in science for free. The topic in this video will be more examples on the calculations as shown in the previous video. If you have missed it, you can click the top right corner now to check it out. Okay, so without further ado, let's go into the first example. An excess of this acid was added separately to the following. One reaction for this, one reaction for this, and one reaction for this. So which sample gives the greatest amount of magnesium sulfate as a product, or will they all be the same? So of course we have to do one by one. So let's go, let's see for this one. Okay, so the reaction that will take place will be as such. Don't have to worry about the construction of the chemical equation right now. You'll be trained in that in the next videos. I believe it will be the salts chapter or the metals chapter, whereby a metal added to an acid will give you a salt and a hydrogen gas. You'll be able to predict that and write this all down by yourself. Okay, so once balanced, we can proceed on to the calculation. So always throw formula first. Number of mole equals to mass over molar mass. Add in the numbers. 1.2 is here. Divided by 24. 24 is the number that you get in the periodic table. You'll get this, punch in the numbers in the calculator. This is the number of moles of magnesium. And you can see magnesium is 0.05 mole. This will also be 0.05 mole. The moles are equal, 1:1 ratio, and there you have it. This is 0.05. So of course we have to go and check it out for the other two equations as well. So let's see for this one. So similarly, don't have to worry too much about the equation right now. This is the chemical equation that it gets reacted by. Throw formula first, sub in the values. So 40 is from the mass number of magnesium and oxygen. So it's the large numbers again. Added together, you get 40. You get this amount. So of course there's a 1:1 ratio. So magnesium sulfate is also 0.05. And finally, the last equation, last reaction. Same, this is the reaction, the chemical equation that it's reacting by. You will learn all this in the salts chapter. Throw formula first. This is you sub in the values. Then you get this amount of mass of magnesium carbonate. Okay, now you see same, it's 1:1 ratio. And bam. So therefore, the amount of magnesium sulfate will be the same for all of them. Okay, next one. Okay, we talk about yield. Yield means the percentage of the produced products as per what you expect in comparison to what you have calculated. So there is a theoretical value and an expected value. So sometimes in real life examples in the lab, you may not be able to produce as much because there are some instrumental errors, human errors, or the reactants are not pure. So that's why calculating the yield will give us the understanding of such. Okay, so 23 gram ethanol reacts with excess. Remember, excess means there'll always be hydrogen bromide supply and the ethanol will be used up. So of course, first find the mass of ethanol. The number of moles of ethanol will be same, throw formula, mass over molar mass, throw in the numbers. 46 is derived by the periodic table again with the mass number of 2 carbon, 6 hydrogen, and 1 oxygen. And you get this mole. And by this reaction, you can see 1:1. So I'm expecting to also get 0.5 mole of bromoethane. Okay, so I want to now find the expected mass of it. So same, throwing the same equation, number of mole equals mass over molar mass. So now we're gonna throw in molar mass and the number of moles. This is how it's gonna look like. Mass is the one that you're gonna calculate. Okay, 109, same is the large numbers on the periodic table of C2H5Br. Add them all up, you get 109, and you punch them into the calculator, you get 54, rearrange them, 54.5 gram. This is your expected output. So yield is equal to your actual output, which is your 27 gram, divided by your expected output, which is your 54 gram times 100%. And bam, you get this amount, 49.54%. Okay, next will be gases. Okay, 42 gram of this sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated, releases this volume of gas in room temperature pressure. And this is the equations given. What's the percentage yield? So yield again, you need to calculate what's the expected over the actual. Okay, number of mole equals mass over molar mass. Always throw formula first, sub in the value. 42 gram over 84. Same big numbers of all this added together. You get this mole. 2 of this will give you 1 of this. So 0.5 mole of this will give me 0.25, the other one. Okay, like that. So number of mole of CO2 will be 0.25. So remember that 1 mole of any gas at room temperature pressure is 24 dm cube, and 0.25 mole will give you 6 dm cube. This will be your expected output. So your percentage yield will be actual divided by expected. You will get this 50%. Okay, lastly, this will be a short video. Lastly, 25 gram of lead is heated. It became this amount after heating. So it gains weight because of the oxygen that it receives as an oxide. So which oxide did it form? This or this? Calculate empirical formula to support answer. Empirical formula is like in math, the simplest form. There's a certain way to do it in chemistry. First you draw this table with all these headings. So the mass, you fill it in. So 25 comes from here. 1.9 is the difference. 26.9 minus 25. And the relative atomic mass will be this. The large number for lead and the large number for oxygen. Okay, number of mole equals to mass over molar mass. So this divided by this gets this. This divided by this gets this. And the mole ratio, so over here, this mole and this mole, you will have to find the smallest number and divide them by the smallest number. So 0.11875 is the smallest number. So take this, divide by this, and 0.12077 divided by 0.11875. This is what you will get. So of course, it divided by itself will get 1. And this number divided by this number, you will get 1.01701. Okay, this is your mole ratio. And of course, to simplify them, you have to find the nearest whole number that matches these two mole ratio, which now, of course, is the simplest one will be 1:1. Okay, and to answer the question, the empirical formula is this. This was formed on heating, and that is how you do it. And that is all for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do give it a like and subscribe, and share it with somebody who needs to see this. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye!